Making the Invisible Visible, Black Women 365 Days of the Year. Each day will spotlight a remarkable woman whose story has shaped Black, British or global diasporic history. Women whose achievements are too often overlooked. Through these daily short films, we create a living, breathing archive of leadership, creativity, resistance and legacy. Let's begin.
My name is Marcia Hutchinson and I suppose I'm a polymath, so I'm a writer. My novel The Mercy Step was shortlisted for the Women's Prize for Fiction. I'm also a former solicitor and activist, and I am a fitness instructor, so I teach Zumba, yoga, spin and body conditioning. And I think what I bring is joy. I really enjoy being around people, especially women, and seeing their faces light up either through the written word or through physical movement or through activism. What my work looks like day to day depends on what I'm doing. If I'm doing the first draft of a novel, and usually for a writer, I walk and talk. So I get the phone and my dog, and we walk around the park, and I just talk straight into the phone. And I just talk into Google Docs, and I try and get 2,000 words done in one go. So I always try and write a chapter non-stop. And then I get back home and I try and sort it out, because that first draft is very, very rough. If I am teaching classes, I will stretch beforehand and almost psych myself up, because it's like being a cheerleader when you're teaching Zumba. It doesn't matter how you feel, you need to go out there and energise women. And I get a lot back from them when I do that. And I think I want to show people, because I'm 64 now, and that it's never too late. You know, my novel came out 2 years ago, and I've had a career as a solicitor, I've been a political activist, I've been a publisher, and it's really never too late to focus on what you want to do, especially if it's creative. I think finding myself single at the age of 55 made me think I really want to focus on what's important to me, and it turned out to be writing. And that was what led to me writing The Mercy Step, my debut novel. And had I not written it, I don't think I'd have really fulfilled my true potential. I had no idea at the time I was writing it that it would get finished, I would get an agent, it would be published, it would be on the Guardian list of 10 best novels for 2025, the Nibbies, which is the Bookseller Awards, which I won a couple of weeks ago, and finally, last but by no means least, shortlisted for the Women's Prize for Fiction. So it just shows what can happen if you follow your bliss. And in my case, despite being a qualified solicitor, creativity was what was really important for me, and I've never looked back. I dance. That's practically a two-word answer. I was diagnosed with ADHD, and one of the things a psychologist said is keep teaching fitness, keep movement. If everything else is going to pot, I need to dance. Whether it's choreographing or actually physically teaching a class, there is something about being around 30 women who are just going for it, and they are kind of doing moves I've choreographed, and we are losing ourselves in movement. I think movement is so underestimated, especially when you're a writer, because half the day is solitary, by myself, just being cerebral, and I can't wait to get out and move, specifically to dance.
Thank you for joining us for today's story. Making the Invisible Visible is our commitment to ensuring that Black women's histories and contributions are recognised, valued and kept in daily circulation. Across 2026, we will continue to share these powerful narratives, 365 days of impact, brilliance and inspiration. Stay connected, join the conversation and help us champion the women whose journeys continue to shape our world. I'm Paulette Brooks, and I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow for the next story.